You ready? Board. Board games, it's what we're going to play. Board games to help us enjoy our day. Board games, it's what we're going to play. Board games to help us enjoy the day. Normally, I play it at 8 p.m. There is Tom. I've never had someone along called Ben, but there have been other people with other names. And always we have played board games. Board games, is what we're going to play. Board games to enjoy today. Oh, thank you, Alan. That is delightful. This is in celebration. If you're watching this after the fact, it is the 13th of August. Yeah, it's his Thursday. It is a prize play along, and tonight's we're doing free MELL and how much money, as you can see by the banner. And it is 13th of August. Not a Friday, it's a Thursday, but that does mean that it is my personal birthday. I mean, maybe it's your birthday as well.
Yay.
I mean, maybe you are. Actually, I should message them. I just realised I didn't get to think because they're off Facebook. But no, I'm going to make a note to myself, sorry, right now, to, yeah, this is the thing. Like, you rely on Facebook nowadays, don't you, to remember when people's birthdays are? Would you agree with that, Tom?
Oh, yeah. The memory I've got. Facebook just tells me. Great.
I mean, I feel like I kind of rely on that, or at least I rely on my family to tell me, hey, you know, you need to phone your sibling tomorrow. Hey, you know, it'll go on a while, and then maybe because I'm the youngest, I'll probably be the last one still alive, and then there'll be just one other person left saying, hey, you know, it's my birthday tomorrow, just having to remind me about their own birthday. And that'll be, yeah. Alan's posed a riddle. I remember the answer to this being, well, how many people do you need to put in one room before the probability of at least 2 of them having the same birthday is more than 50%?
Are you wanting me to answer that?
I mean, you can take a guess.
I can do the calculation. Give me 10 minutes. Hang on.
I mean, you don't need to do the calculation. Just make a wild guess.
I have heard this before. I know intuition tells you that it's like a couple of hundred, but it's actually something like 20 something, isn't it? Because it could be any day. I mean, if I meet someone, the chance of them having the same birthday as me is 1
intuition that it should be the square roots of 1 year day times. It's 364 days in a year, right?
365.
So it should be approximately the square roots of 365, which is 10 is 100.
That's a bit less than 20, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. So I'm going to guess 17. 17.
I think it's something like 25 or something.
I'm guessing 17 in the room. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that not have the answer, or is he just asking the question?
Fair enough.
There we go.
Yeah. That's weird. Oh, wait. Is it because it's okay. My intuition, I was basically thinking that it would be, okay, for one particular person to be their birthday, you need 364 other people for it to definitely be their birthday. So then the very vaguely the square roots of that, and then one person has quite a bit of chance with everyone else, because that was just a wild guess. It wasn't based on anything more than intuition. Anyway, we are not here just to answer these kinds of questions, are we? So if that's what the people want to see, I mean, it looks like there's at least one person who wants to see that. But we are going to talk about recent highlights, living life and enjoying the site's recent highlights. So I have been doing a little bit of cycling this morning. I was quite chuffed with myself. Did a wee bit of watching. I did a wee bit of eating. I enjoyed a Chinese takeaway. I don't think I talked about how good this was. The hot and sour sauce, it was surprisingly hot and surprisingly sour. It was hot enough that I was considering getting a glass of milk at one point. And then once that had receded, once I realized that basically half of the chilies were in my first spoonful, which was, I am slightly exaggerating, of course, but not about the milk, just about half the chilies being in my first spoonful. But then throughout the rest of the bowl, the flavors of the sourness managed to increase, and oh my gosh, pretty good, hot and sour. And I'm not even going to tell you about the main course. So what was one of your recent highlights, Tom?
Ooh, I would say because having a fairly cool bath just after walking in from a really hot and sweaty day at work and coming home on a sweltering bus, just getting clean, just feels nice. So yeah, having a bath. Normally a mundane part of everyday life, but sometimes it's just, yeah, a nice bath.
I mean, you don't want it ice cold or anything, do you?
No, not an ice bath. A nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I do.
Now,
yeah,
Tom, I do want to kind of, hopefully we will get James along in a wee bit, and I'm happy to have hopefully Alan Outson still with us. But I think that I'm going to make this the last Thursday prize play along, and just the last Thursday play along for a while. I don't know. I'm thinking making it a monthly thing. I'm not sure, because it just feels to me like I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm really loving playing games, but at the start of lockdown, it was okay. I'm playing nothing. I'm going to play 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and then we did that for a while, and then we stopped doing Sunday, and then I started seeing McCall and Chris on a Monday when we can, although this Monday might be a bit different. But it's felt like also other people were really on board with it, but as time's gone on, people have found other things to do. People's bubbles are expanding, including my own. Like, I've started going out with Layla and Angie, kind of just taking walks and distanced walks, I should say. But to that extent, it just feels like it's starting to become a bit much organizing these, and there isn't quite the enthusiasm for them right now. So I have really enjoyed them, and I think I'm probably going to do this maybe at some point next month, maybe the 2nd of the month, or maybe the 3rd. I don't know. I'll think about it down the line. But if you have any thoughts about that, Tom or Alan, let me know.
Seems reasonable to me.
Cool. And I really hope that I'll still see you for some of the Tuesdays, because, I mean, I know for you it's been like sometimes
for some of them. Can't go and get.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put any pressure on you. Just like, obviously, like now, I mean, when you can make it, it's lovely to have you. But let us move on. So for this last ever thing, I'm not. See, the thing about the competitions is I'm going to tell the truth. There's lots of stuff that I've got to draw. So I am going to make the proviso that whoever wins this one, they can get a drawing, which I will just draw right now. It'll be a 2-minute blind drawing while Tom talks to you and entertains you. That sounds reasonable.
Oh, God. Pressure. Right.
At the end of the thing. So that's
Yes.
tonight's prizes. You can either get that or you can get the boring prize of in a Bind Junior, let's say. So competition time.
That's not boring.
I mean, it's not boring, but it is something that there will be more opportunities to definitely get at in the future. Whereas I'm not guaranteeing you ever again.
It's not a unique
one
of a time.
for me to close my eyes and draw something. And hello, Xate. It is amazing to see you. And it I didn't think you were coming. But anyway, so competition time. Competition time. This is the song for competition time. Xate, do you want to draw make up the word for today? Or Tom, indeed, would you like to make up the word?
I can't remember any words.
Oh, endable. What is an endable thing?
Endable?
You know, something that ends.
Oh, gosh.
That's not very positive, isn't it? What is...
No.
What is a thing that... You know, do you know Memento Mori, Tom?
Reminder of death. So is that the competition word, memento mori?
So memento mori is the kind of idea that something is beautiful because, like, specifically life is beautiful because it is fragile, because we die. And that's, you know, if life went on, so the philosophy suggests, if life were infinite, then would it actually be worth living? It would just be dull. So yeah, I know it's a bit more philosophical than usual, but I want to ask people, what is a thing that is beautiful because of its brevity? Explain why it epitomizes memento mori. Use the word memento mori in your comment and to automatically enter the competition. And
wow,
I'm not saying that you have to be really good at this. We are willing to accept.
I was going to suggest Fandabidozi, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh yes, hello, Alex. It's lovely to see you. And oh my gosh, yeah, we should have Alex's song to close out the thing. That would be fun. But yeah. So memento mori is a great reminder to carpe diem. I like that. And everyone seize the day. And so, talking of seize the day, should we get stuck into free MELL?
Yes.
Let's do it. Free MELL.
That's Carpe free MELL.
Free MELL. This is the game that we know quite well. Although I do need to double check the instructions to see how many cards we get. Free, okay.
Quite well.
This is a game we know quite well, yes. And so, which deck do you want to play with? This deck, Tom?
That's nice, isn't it? Let's play with that deck if that's ready to be played with.
So,
yeah.
Still not had any of the new drawings that I've done the other day, but we are playing with 16 cards. Each time you see a card, you will pick one of the two letters to start a word. You can have up to 3 words going at once. You want to have the words being 1, 2, or 3 letters long. A, I, and O are the only 1-letter words. You also want to try to make exactly 3 of these, ideally, because we will have 18 cards, which means that 3 of each is the perfects, because a 1-letter word will get you 1 point, a 2-letter word gets you 2 points, 3-letter words gets you 3 points, but if you get a perfect set, you get 4 bonus points for a perfect score of 30, which we have managed to get in the past. It is totally possible. It is quite a bit to do with how those final cards come up, and there are no wild cards. And anytime you make a word, then you draw a little dot beside it, you finish the word, and then you can start a new word. So you've always got up to 3 to go at once. Hopefully that makes sense. Do you think that made sense?
That makes sense to me, but I know how to play it, so yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, when we know the things ourselves, it's hard to tell if... I mean, that's a struggle with rule writing. Alan Alton says, games are wonderful examples of memento mori, as by having an end, there is always the beginning of another. Except Crazy Farmers, which is going on forever and ever and ever and ever. Because Alan Alton and I are playing Crazy Farmers and the Clouteux Electriques on BGA. Yeah, it is going on a while, and Alan's currently making, serious strides into my territory. It's getting pretty tense. I mean, I've got, the upper hand, but, play turn by turn with, instead of taking half an hour for the thing, it's taken probably several months.
I had a 2-month game of Carcassonne on there not long ago. It was quite intense.
Yeah, I think that by virtue of something becoming longer, you do get more invested, and I kind of almost wonder. Sorry, Colvin, or any other lovers of big long games, if you're watching, but I do sometimes wonder if that investment is part of the reason why people really love Twilight Imperium and stuff and other really long games, because the endowment fallacy, I think that's what it's called. Anyway,
I believe it. Sounds like a plausible thing.
To start this game, right, 1, 2, and 3+ at the top. That's where you're going to mark off when you make your letters. That's all you need to do to start off. Now, I have 18 cards all shuffled and arranged. I've put them, if you would like to see, I like to put them in little piles of 2 and 3. Because what that does, this is the backs of a totally different game. Can't even remember what game that was. But by putting it in piles of 2 and 3, I know it's 18. I'm almost like Mary, quite contrary. Because of things in a row.
Yes. Right, okay. Not with you contrary.
A or P? Please decide, do you want A or P to be the first letter of your first word? The advantage of an A is that...
I'll think about this for a long time.
The word. Thank you. This is pushing ahead to the new Categorickell deck. There's a lot of work to go on here, but I'm reasonably getting happier with the letter shapes. If you have any comments about the letter shapes, if you feel like any of them should be tweaked, let me know. And I chose an A, by the way.
So did I.
The second letter is T or M. This is terribly marvelous. And I chose to put the T. I could have also put the M to the right, but that would not have made it. Oh no, it would have. I think, therefore I am. But AT, I feel like I'm going to be able to turn it into a free letter, and I could have also put it onto a different line if I wanted, but I didn't.
I've gone for the different line option.
Ooh.
Which I'm regretting now.
Well, just because you don't get the chance to make your three-letter word straight away.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Okay.
And that's what I've done. So, E or P. I am extraordinarily proud, although that may be overstating it a bit. I am reasonably mellow. Next. Oh, things are getting really wild in here. I did the R for the first one, and I've gone with a W now, just to kind of, yeah, keep things varied.
I've taken a double. I've still got that T that I could, and the am that I could take as a two-letter word, but I'm leaving it for the moment just in case it grows.
Oh, that's always a good shout. Never any points in taking your 2 or 1 letter words until you need to. N or F. Oof, this is not good for me.
I'm going to claim 10.
10.
For 3.
Sounds like Tom's in a good position. Ooh.
Alan's copying me.
Oh, speaking of 10, no, 10, 13. I was about to say we've got 10 cards left. T or C, it's Tom's favorite card.
Hey.
Do you see that?
The best card.
See it? Do you see this? This is terrible for me. Oh my gosh. I think I actually I overused the vowels. Oh my gosh. So I will explain for those who don't this is a valuable lesson for me. See, I made a 2-vowel word as my free letter, which was arguably a waste of 2 vowels. And that's the only 2 vowels that we've got in quite a few cards. So now this is the 4th card that we've got in a row with no vowels. And I am rather in a pickle. Yeah. So, yeah. Rookie mistake. I don't think that's how you spell rookie. It might be an alternative spelling. Just in case you're about to try and make the word rookie spelled like that. But yeah. And
rookie,
yeah,
in the manner of a rook.
Man, people are really linked. If I hadn't invented this game, and Alan has no idea how to spell rookie just because they've never been one. They were born a professional,
just good at
experienced in every possible skill. But yeah, so basically, I've got my 4th consonant in a row. And so, yeah, that means I'm going to have to ignore this one.
Disaster.
That's all that it means. So well done to those people who did not fall down this path. There is still hope for you. You might still get.
There's the vowels.
The best possible score. So, oh you, what are you all about? Oh, hi. I, you and I are playing a game together.
Oh, I don't want another 3-letter word.
Ooh,
but I could.
Nice.
Yeah, go on then. I'm claiming toy.
And next,
so I had 2 3-letter words and nothing else.
N or H. Nobody hush. Nobody hide. There's no
I'm
need.
claiming-
You don't need to try. Because we can stand here
No.
with pride. Oh, N. That makes win. That's my second three-letter word. I'm happy about that.
I'm going to take the H.
E or L. Oh. And Alan Outson got one. One. This card is probably... I mean, sometimes I almost feel like there should just be another tiny, tiny L just on this card.
Might be confused.
Yeah, it's probably a terrible idea. N or D? Do
I'm
not
quite sure what to do.
despair. Never. Despairing's not done.
I'm going to claim am was a two-letter word. Then put down.
Ooh. Alan got 10 again. That makes 20. Okay, N or D. This is what my sheet looks like. Got a couple of two-letter words geared up. That's how I could do. But still sad in the fact that's on my birthday now. Birthday now. I won't be able
What do you
to.
want? Birthday. When do you want it? Now.
Ooh.
I'm going to take the B from that to make
I'm going
web.
to make knob.
So we've got 3.
I'm being very juvenile today, it seems.
No giggling at the back.
A or M?
Ooh. Put A on its own down there.
I'm going to look up one word on Collins' dictionary. I know that Ra is a god, R-A, but is it actually a word or is it just a proper noun?
Good question.
I think... Oh. It is just... A-M. There are 5 cards after this, so this is the 13th card. Alan asks. Okay. Ew. Well, eventually, wishing everything was edible will elevate worldly elocution. Really. I'm just double checking RE. I think RE is a word. Yes.
That's one of the notes, isn't it?
Yeah. Because it used to be a shortening, but now it's thing. So that was EW, and now we've got 4 left. Oh my gosh, we're getting to the end. Oof.
Ooh.
I've claimed my A just because I'll need to. And so the only thing I've got going at the moment is an S. And Once I've made one more one letter, it doesn't really matter what I do with the others, given that, I'm extremely sad, zealously, no, what? It's too hard to think of X words.
So xylophone.
Sexy xylophone. Okay. But now we're talking about the sexy hot dogs. Snackable
Do we
hot
count
dogs.
this question? Do we count shh as a word?
One of them was a word. I can't remember which one.
Ooh.
Yep. SH is a word.
Ooh. I might take that then.
I will take that. That's my third two-letter.
Yeah.
So, helping somebody how syllables happen symbolically. Penultimate card.
Wow.
I or B?
I. It being a two-letter word, and I think is going to word.
Bez is brilliant indeed. Bez is also not humble. Final card.
Ah,
and it's
can't do anything with that.
rather bad for me too.
Okay.
Okay, I did get my second letter, so
the I and the A.
So the way it works.
So what was that last card? Was it
R or B?
R or B? Yes. Okay. So I'll
just
take the R.
the scoring to
And I'll
people.
take it.
I had one of each, two of each. Each set is 10, so that's 20. Now for the additional two letter, that's three more makes 25. To be fair, I do realize that probably everyone else has already played this. Tom got 26. Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had he. So if that last card had been an I, an A, or an O, I'd have got the maximum, but no.
And I won a C10. Narid. What's C? C? Is that C? Is that I call shenanigans. No. Oh, that's how you spell the letter C. Ah. Yeah, I just found out right, says you. Okay, nice. Am I 10? Am I 10? Am I 10? Am I 10? I 10 a 1. But of course you did not actually win. Sorry about that. But it does occur to me that for this special last free MELL for a while, we could do what we normally do for Micro Muckhole and make little stories. Timmy being a knob. Yes. Timmy ate every tea bag, not even just making tea with them, just eating them straight from that, just because they think they're going to win a prize or something. And also, Timmy doesn't even know the length of an end dash. Don't give all this information to me. It's just something that I put into an email to you. But yes. So that's my story.
I can shoot a web 10 feet. I don't know. Alan's good at this. He can do it better than we can. Go on, Alan.
Oh. So if you want to put something into the comments, then feel free to do so. Otherwise, don't need to bother. Shh. I won.
Did he? Did he win? He didn't. I won.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Maybe Alan
Nearly
Outson won in the competition in the kind of category of Alan Outsons, because you won only if you consider the other people who are playing. But if you are not someone who Alan Outson was comparing themselves to, then indeed Alan Outson would have won.
Definitely the best Alan Outon here tonight.
Yes, I absolutely confirm. Alan, you have the best Alan Outson on any of my shows, and thank you for that. Yep. There you go. So, I'm not sure if we are getting James. We could give how much money a go and see what happens, because if Alex and Alan are playing, then it could still work. Alternatively, we could just play another round of MELL and yeah.
I'd like another go of MELL, to be honest. No, it's up to you. It's your stream. It's your birthday.
I mean, like, I wouldn't mind. I would quite like to do a faster round at MELL and try to get 30, because I feel like, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like I could have done
closer. I've never got 30. Maybe first time.
No, you can't get 29. You can't get.
Maybe
the lowest possible score is. Wait.
Highest non-30 score.
27? Yeah, 27 if you actually turned everything into a word. Okay. So go to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 10, 13, 15, and 18. Okay, we are going to get started. And at the end of this game, Tom, reminds me to show off the drawings. I don't know if you've seen them yet, but O or H. You need to choose whether to use an O or an H as the first letter of your first word. O.
Oh.
I chose O.
Oh, really?
Really looking. Rather longingly.
I will go for the R.
Everybody matters. Maximum enjoyment.
Taking a risk.
E or Y? Everybody, you enjoy yummy eggies?
Me?
Oh dear, darling, our dear diary dashed out. Our dinosaur developed old dangly donglies.
Scottish word.
Oh, Christopher.
I'm taking an O as an O.
Only connect. Of course. Connection obviously creates connections.
Oh, the OC.
I'm Bez.
Ooh.
Bez indeed. I believe Bez. Do I? I mean, I like to think I believe in myself. I mean, I have lied at, especially in games, where you're meant to lie.
You only lied when you meant to. Only for entertainment's sake. I'm taking the B for orb.
So I've got
Close.
my two one letters and my 3-letter word has already been done. R or B? Rather brilliant? Really brilliant?
Taking the B there.
Oh, you.
We've had a lot of those.
Useless O. Useful O.
We'll see.
Or and or. I just made my third 1-letter word. So I really don't want to make any more 1-letter words. S or X? Oh,
Cool. I've got a bus.
I just want to double check.
Second 3-letter word.
X. X. Of course it is.
Books.
6X. Sexy xylophone. Sexy xenophiliacs. Oh, I also took the X. What did you take the X for, Alex? Is it just because you love X? Oh, also taking it as the end letter. I think that's the most often place where you're going to be doing that.
It'd be a bit brave to take it the first letter, to be honest.
I see. I do really see.
Right, I'll taking that O, the 1 letter, and putting the I down. So I'm fine for 1-letter words. Don't need any more 1-letter words.
Oh, V.
Oh.
Oh, is bio an actual word? Oh, yes.
Bio.
Especially in American English.
What does that one mean?
I'm quite glad to hear that. So that is my second 3-letter word of value.
Bio.
I just noticed Alex said yes, you could start with an X and hope for an I, but that seems needlessly risky. So
We'll
slowly.
no point saving that is because I don't think I have anything else on, so that's is.
Oh, I think we've got 5 cards left. Oof.
Oh.
A or M? A or M? I think I might not do particularly well this time either, but we will see. E or W? Oof, oof.
E.
I got my 3rd free letter. I came. I saw.
Wondering if
I made the word. Everybody would. Word evolution. Word L.
I'm going to go.
You know, the original name for Wibble was Word L. Well, actually, the original name for Wibble was 2015.1.e. But I knew that would never
Yeah,
stick.
not very marketable, that. I think it was right to change.
E or L? Okay.
How many cards have we got left?
So
3 cards left.
I need 2 2-letter words, and I need an M or an N for my E, and an R or an N for my O. How's everyone else doing?
I'm not sure what to do with that card, to be honest.
Oh, the EL. Are you still pondering it?
Yeah, I am. Sorry, I'll just write down an L and hope some letters happen.
This is my 3rd glass of vitamin C multivitamins that I've had today, but I don't think it's terribly bad. I just enjoy it a lot more than drinking water. N or D? Oof, boom, boom, boom. Got my N.
I should have put the L there. Should have made O.
Now drawing near demising, by which I mean the end of the game, by which I mean this is the ultimate card. This is a final fantastical card. I mean, not that these cards are particularly fantastical. I mean, there should be a fantastical deck, but let's not get into there. Let's just look at 2.
Yeah, that's not great, to be honest.
I got 30. Sorry, Tom. Am I being a bad winner?
So the 1-letter words. L was a 1-letter word, right? A-I-O and L?
O.
No? Okay, got 29.
What?
That one L left at the end there. You can't do anything with.
No, it won't be 29.
I couldn't use that L.
That's 25.
Oh, sorry, that won't be 25. Yep, sorry. Obviously. I was thinking, oh, not a 1, so I'll take a 1 off from score.
No, it's
sorry.
Scores, because it's all about making the sets. And thank you very much, Alan.
Yeah, 25.
I really appreciate that. So I hope you still enjoyed the overall thing, Tom. I mean,
I like that game.
Or
it's quick and.
Oh, I like how Alan Altson's got O or, so it's kind of like those 3 words grow. Is a Eve cis. And I got.
I've always got my.
or I on, X saw N, O bio. In my bio,
Orion.
I would talk about the time I saw my ex standing so close to me, our noses just an N dash apart. Then I tumbled into an orbit. Oh, what a disaster.
What a twist.
And
what I wrote, L. Sorry, I was too keen to rub it out. Sorry. What words I had? There was an O there.
Alexis,
O-L.
me, O box, ole, O. Wow.
Really?
Wow. Okay. Now let me. Yeah, I took lots of O's as well. I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let me talk about competition time. Competition time. This is a song for competition time. Here we go. Found a banner. What is a thing that is beautiful because of its brevity? Explain why it epitomizes memento mori. In other words, the fact that because of its fragility, because of, the fact that who was it? Was it Alex or Alan who said that memento mori reminds us to carpe diem? I could go through the thing, or someone could just remind me. Oh, here we go. Oh no. Oh, it was Alex, apparently. Okay, so yeah, Alex, and yeah, that's what it is, because it's also the fact that within our lives we get to see but one fragment of the universe, and yet people care for other people, like even after those people are gone. That's quite magical. And the fact that we make things thinking about how they will happen after our lives. Yeah. Anyway, so I think Alan already talked about games, and I'm writing down Alan's for the competition. And if Alex, you want, then write down what you think is memento mori, and you can pick a thing for me to draw with my eyes closed for 5 minutes, or 2 minutes, or whatever we decide. Some amount of time that Tom will decree. Okay, so now should we play a couple of rounds of how much money? Because if we play how much money now with the two of us on camera, and I also ask Alex and Alan, are you wanting to stick around for a wee bit longer, or are you wanting to head off? Because if people are wanting to stick around, that would be one person giving the tale, and then one main person on camera giving idea, asking questions, 3 people making guesses. It feels like it should be around good. Okay, let's play for another 10 to 15 minutes. And then we'll wrap up. Let's do the 4 things. How much money is a game that we will play for a short period of time. This is a terrible song, sorry. How much money? I am just looking up the cards online, and I tell you what, Tom, for this game, I'm just going to share my screen, and you can choose which one you want to do to start with. Does that make sense? Any one of those basically, if you read one and it's like, yeah, I'm not terribly against it, that feels reasonable, go with that.
I can't see anything yet.
So which one?
I can't see anything yet. Loading thing. Nope, nothing's come up yet.
You can't see the screen.
Ah, there we go. It's just come up. Ooh. How much? I'll go for the first one. Sleep overnight next to a real human skeleton.
How much money would it take, Tom, to sleep next to a real human skeleton? I mean, let me ask you, Tom. How would you feel about sleeping away from a partner for the night? I guess that's a thing.
Yeah, I'd be sure, but wouldn't be. I could do it. I think. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Do you get any more information about the skeleton? Like, presumably it's clean. It doesn't have any bits on it.
Yeah, no maggots. No. It's a medically prepared skeleton. It's going to be put on display in an anatomical museum tomorrow, but for tonight, they're prepared next to me.
Interesting. How long ago was the skeleton not a skeleton?
It's a fairly freshly prepared one, within the last year.
Do we know the skeleton's name when they were alive? Is it a person that you know? Would you be informed as to the skeleton's identity?
I think it's an anonymous skeleton. I've been reassured that this skeleton is someone who is happy for their bones to be on display to the world and to be used in whatever way they see fit.
Do you have any stories? Do you have any stories involving you being afraid of skeletons or embracing skeletons or fondling skeletons in the past?
I have never fondled a skeleton. I haven't had much experience with skeletons, to be honest. They've not been a particular phobia of mine. The most times I've encountered skeletons in fiction and things tend to be like skeleton warriors and D&D, where you're not really in a situation where you get to fondle them. More
stab them,
do bashing damage. Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop the
go.
questions here. So if we just try to do these rapid fire, Tom, any interesting injuries?
Me?
No, it's the skeleton. Is it an intact skeleton? It's all assembled.
It is a completely intact skeleton.
Okay. Are you sleeping on a single or double bed?
I think I would insist on a double.
Is it being taken under the covers with you?
Not right now, because it's a bit warm to use covers. I've been sleeping on top of the...
Okay. Sounds like it's being taken to your house?
Yeah, I think so. Just
and
put it in my bed.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Or sleeps in a spare room for the night. I'd be on the right side, skeleton on the left.
Okay, so
I don't know if that makes a difference.
I am writing a number. I'm going to...
I have a number. It's
Tom's number should be secret.
I could write a number would do it for free or would not do it for any price.
Yes. So, I mean, we've had arguments from this, but it's like 0 as in how much I would do it for nothing, 10 pence, a pound, 200, 2 million, or as Tom said, would not do it for any price. Everyone ready? Everyone who's not Tom, reveal. I think 600 maybe. And remember, it's the closest without going over. £59. 99 pounds. Okay, Tom, what is the answer?
I think it'd be quite interesting, but I wouldn't do it for free. I don't have anything against
we
it.
did decide that there's going to be a special rule that if everyone is over, the lowest person gets it. So Alex gets a point.
My sister, when she was training to be a doctor, used to tell me all about the fun that they had in the dissection room with her dissection group. She's still friends with all the other medics who ended up in the same dissection group as her. They all have a surname beginning with C because they put them in alphabetical order. So.
Okay.
Hey, if
I've got my one.
Skeleton, I'd be happy to do it right now.
And my one is going to be the word. Do not use the word "I" for a month. So I would not be able to say the sentence, but Bez could refer to himself in the third person all the time because that would make it easier for Bez.
So is this going to be if you use them, or there'll be some sort of mystical force actually preventing you using it? So even you couldn't even do it accidentally.
Bez believes that this would be checked by a mystical score tracker, and Bez could mess up, in which case Bez could get to the last day of the month, and Bez would be potentially infuriated because Bez would not get any of the money. Bez needs to manage to actually make it to the end of the month for Bez to get any of the money.
Wow. Sounds like...
What happens if Bez does use it? Then the mystical score ticker says, and then Bez realizes that Bez does not get the money. Can Bez use the word "I" or "I"? Yes, because the mystical score ticker somehow knows in which context the word is being used. What if you're reading something and it says, well, if it just said, I imagine it to be, wait, is that a lowercase? Because I imagine that if I,
you did it. You did it.
Yeah. So clearly,
that was 2 minutes. It'd be hard, but maybe after a day or two, you'd get your head into it. So, yeah.
Bez imagines that if Bez read something and it said the letter I, that would be fine. But if Bez read the word that consists of only that one letter, for example, if Bez were to say the one-letter words in FreeMELL are A and O, then Bez would lose any potential money. Indeed, one would have to control oneself.
Oh, yes.
So I think the terms are clear and you don't need to... Oh, I just said I again. Man,
it's hard, isn't it?
It's incredibly hard. Bez wonders what it would be like if it were 5 lives, would that be even more evil? Because if it were just not use the word I, then Bez would probably mess up and that would be it. Whereas if it were some number of lives and Bez had to work really hard, then Bez can see that being something that Bez would start getting addicted to. Anyway, do other people have... The key question for me is, when would this start? Because that, for me, determines the price.
Really?
Bez will say it starts at September. Actually, can Bez make this into 2 questions? This is going to be a double... Okay, so Bez is going to change the rules for this question. There's going to be 1 price for it starting right now, and there's going to be 1 price for it starting on the 1st of September. And Bez is imagining that there's a 10 lives system. So 1 price for starting now, 1 price for starting in September. And that's going to be both the Bezzy rounds, because I thought we'd have like maybe a couple of Tom rounds and a couple of Bez rounds. So oh, wait, I just realized this whole thing is stupid, because there's no punishment.
It's just not getting the money.
Yeah. Okay, let's still do the thing. Let's still do the 2 answers. No, I don't die. I just don't get the money. Okay. So I've written 2 answers. 1 is for it starting now. 1 is for it starting in 1st of September. So how much money do people think I would do it for, or at least attempt it for, if it starts right now? 250.
I reckon 250.
Wow. Okay, Alan and Alex, how much money do you think I would do it for if it starts right now? Now, 11,111. Wow. All of you are really high. I went with £10.
Wow.
I mean, for me, I'm just really curious to see whether I could do it or not. And having
It'll be a challenge, yeah.
Having a little counter, Bez thinks would be quite fun. But the problem is that if Bez were to start it right now, it would be a bit of a nuisance for Bez, especially given the Virtually Expo that's coming up. And Bez wants to be a little bit more efficient and not be always thinking about this arbitrary restriction. Whereas if this were something that Bez
it would be a bit weird for people
in September, then Bez would probably enjoy it.
Okay.
Bez enjoys a lot of inconvenience for a challenge. Also, you must remember, my darling listener, this just makes me want to talk like an old-timey. You must realize this about Bez, darling listener, that Bez is very much attracted to the idea of a mystical counter siren thing. That would just be up there.
Hovering
And
over your
so
head.
Bez relishes the notion of always knowing that that's actually correct. It's not just someone potentially messing up. Anyway, so given
Okay.
that,
So I
everyone
guess
is allowed to make the second. So the lowest was Tom, and so Tom wins that
Yay.
one. And my final round is for starting on 1st of September.
Right, I'm changing the number for that then.
Oh yes, Bez would be allowed to read out the letter I, but Bez would not be allowed to say IB. Bez.
So, shall I show my answer? So I did originally write 187, but I changed it to £8.50. So.
Oh, Alex, you can change it if you want. I mean, I know you said 693. Minus £5? Oh, wow.
Is that allowed?
I mean,
you would demand that you pay £5 that you can do it.
Oh. You know what? So if I'm allowed to pay for it, I actually, basically, I would do it for free. But if I'm allowed to pay to do it, I would definitely pay £5 to activate this whole thing.
Instead of doing it for free.
It
changes how you have to pay for.
So I feel like Alex knows me better than I know myself at this point. So, Tom, can you, for the final round, could you pick one of these, or I can skim to some other cards?
I'll go for the take a pill that causes you to have nightmares whenever you sleep for a week. Nightmare pills.
Oof, that sounds harsh.
Just a hint, I'm not doing this one for free. I know I shouldn't say that, but I don't think I'm giving much away there.
Do you enjoy horror films? Oh, Tom, you never reminded me to show people the cards.
Oh, someone should need to remind you.
Yeah, although so basically this is the C that I've currently got, OC, and was thinking like just sharpening it up a bit to make it more difficult for the G, or potentially this C. But between these two C's, I think, yeah, the question is basically how it tapers at the bottom. Although I should have drawn them the same size. Sorry, it's not very well drawn for comparison. But hopefully you get the idea. Sorry for this distraction. This is like a nightmare for you, Tom.
Nightmare involving fonts.
A nightmare involving fun. Sorry. Do you wake up during the nightmares?
I'm going to say no.
Do you die a horrible death in at least 5 of the nightmares, or any?
I'm not sure. I think that goes against the. If I did, I'd wake up. So no, I think it's just going to be a general sense of impending death. Ho ho.
Yeah, this was about
What's that?
what I was doing, I think, possibly. But is Father Christmas in any of your nightmares?
I mean, he's certainly a giant, all-knowing, omniscient, superpowered being with grotesque features.
Tom in the spotlight.
Scary red nose. And things.
What?
Yeah, I mean, if Santa Claus wanted to get you, he'd get you, wouldn't he?
What is your worst nightmare?
Ooh. Being alone on a lonely street in the middle of town, and there's a howling of dogs, and I know that someone is waiting to pounce on me, and yeah, just generally to happen. So something like that. Yes.
Would you shout out in your sleep and or thrash around? Do you think you would disturb someone next to you?
Oh, I expect so. Yeah, totally. I wouldn't want to take care of this. Want to have this alone. I want to make sure.
Is it likely that at least one of the nightmares is actually happening for real while you are asleep?
No, this is definitely
Alan,
not
no.
a Freddy Krueger situation.
Do you lose teeth?
What? That's an unusually specific thing. Is this Alan's worst nightmare?
Do any of the nightmares involve losing teeth? And I'm going to call the questions here, because
I've never had a nightmare about losing teeth.
Okay.
But
so Tom has to write down how much they would do this for. I'll take Tom off major spotlight. Oh, pardon me. That was a nice takeaway. I am such a rotten. Yeah. Okay, I have written down a number. Tom has written down a number, and now everyone can show their number except for Tom. 700. 4,999 and 345.
Well, the point goes to Bez, because I've put 2,500.
Yes.
It's a bit
I
higher.
score a point. I score a point. I score a point.
Yay! Yeah, I wouldn't choose to do that. I think because nightmare week, so it'd be a nice little extra bit of cash.
Hey. I won out of everyone whose name begins with B. I won that game. But of course, the winner with the most points is Alex. So congratulations, Aquasulis. Congratulations. Yay. And what else did I want to say? Oh yeah, of course, even though Alex won in terms of points, I feel like hopefully we're all winners in some ways. But of course, that only goes far as the game. I mean, we're all winners if you come out at the end and you found it's invigorating or engrossing or what you've had some positive experience with it. Let's get rid of that. But talking about winners, there can only be one winner for the competition of choose a thing for bed to draw tonight. While I close my eyes, how many minutes are we going to do this for? Or do you want to see the what they want me to draw first and then choose the time? That might make more sense, whether it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes. Anyway, competition time, competition time. This is a song for competition time. What's the thing that's beautiful because it's of its brevity? Explain why it epitomizes memento mori. Use the words memento mori in your comments to automatically enter the competition. And basically what I'm asking at this point, Alex, do you want to enter this competition? Or anybody who's lurking, you're welcome to jump in right now and enter the competition. You could also, if you would rather, you know what? Yeah, that's the competition. Or you can get Innerbind Junior if you don't already have it and would like it. Yep. So I think it's going to Alan, I guess. Oh wait. Alex is saying, no, I don't want to enter. I think Alan deserves to win. So congratulations. Is that what's going on? I mean, I noticed Alex isn't saying that's not true. Before we wrap up, let me go to. Oh, I never remember. Oh yeah, please thumb like follow. And when I say follow specifically, if you aren't already following me on YouTube, please do so. I'm going to share you a link to my videos and you can see hundreds of videos there. Although my first ones were of me running around Essen with a phone in my hand, basically to show off the scale of Essen.
Big place.
So now, so yeah, I was thumb like follow. Please go to YouTube and follow me. Let's recap. Recapping to say, yeah, we played MELL and Tom did the best in that one. I messed up by using 2 vowels to make a 3-letter word straight off the bat. That was a bad choice, and it came back to bite me. Then we played MELL again, and I managed to get 30. Then we played a quick couple of rounds of how much money. All I kind of divided one of, was like, okay, let's do both versions of my question for both my things. And yeah, we've, oh yeah, and this is going to be the last thing for a while, but hopefully I'll see Tom, you know, still online. I'll hopefully see Alex and Alan, and if you want to see me online, then I'm always here at 10 a.m. every morning. But we will still be playing games, which you can hopefully always jump in and join in on Tuesdays. I know, yeah, last Tuesday was an exception, primarily because it was the game that we could only possibly play online for the LDEC design competition. But yeah, decided not to take that one any further. Anyway, thank you to everyone who's been part of this. Thank you to Tom. Thank you to Liam. Thank you to Alan and Alex and Xate and everyone who encourages me to do this. And thank you to the Big Bang for, you know, resulting and setting everything in motion. And yeah, thank you to, you know, all the glorious things that exist. And but we don't have time to go through everything. We'll just do it one brilliant thing at a time. Wrap up. Yep. We'll be doing the competition in just a minute. Oh no, wrap up. Why not do the thing? It's Alan Alton won. So yeah, what has Alan Alton decided what they want me to draw? No, Alan Alton still hasn't written what they want me to draw. I was just stalling for time. Competition time, competition time. This is the song for competition time. So I've put in an A for Alan or an A for Alan. And so which one should I go? This one or that one? This one or that one?
That one. That one.
Okay, it's A for Alan. Congratulations, Alan.
Hey.
You won the competition. As we knew you would. So please write down what you would like me to draw. As long as it's not against my principles, I will draw whatever. So now carrying on. Alan Alton got so excited they pressed the off button.
It's gone there for...
If you want to buy my stuff, go to stuffbybez.bitcartel.com. Twitter.com/stuffbybez is where I tweet a lot and share lots of stuff. Scram.com/stuffbybez for pictures. Twitch.tv/stuffbybez for these streams. Facebook.com/thingsbybez. I guess I talk about events, and stuffbybez@gmail.com if you wish to email me. And Tom Cauldron, where would you like to be found?
I'm Nordlock on some things, Board Game Geek and YouTube. I'm on Facebook, but don't really do anything on it. Same with Twitter. So yeah, I don't really do social media. So yeah,
You're Tom Cauldron. Tom Cauldron on here is probably the easiest to remember, and we discovered that.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops. YouTube.com. There you go. NORDLOC. Cauldron backwards. Was Cauldron already taken?
Yeah, that's me. No, I don't know why I went through Nordlock. Just to be slightly cryptic, I think.
Okay, so whereas now you've just kind of given up on that and you're telling everyone in the world who might watch this that you are who you are.
I am me. I'm also Nordlock. Perhaps if I ever wanted a supervillain name, I could be Nordlock, and it would be a bit confusing, and then Batman would work out that it's actually it's Nordlock backwards.
I don't know what's going up with Alan Alton. They've still not said what they want me to draw. I mean, I feel like is Alan just trying to weigh up the possibilities? You can, if you're starting to write a novel, please. I mean, yeah, I guess we'll see how much I can do within 5 minutes. That feels like a mildly amusing game. Looking forward to hopes and ambitions. It's over to you for this final section. What are you looking forward to, Tom?
Oh, family coming to visit this weekend, having a bit of a get-together wedding, which he was supposed to be having here, but he's actually already had it up in Scotland. So, but we're having a family get-together for that. So I'm going to get to see my sister and her daughters. They're going to be staying over here, which is going to be really nice.
Alan, I think you misunderstand the nature of blind drawings. So I wasn't offering to the thing. Firstly, I need to empty my bag and find out where the things are, and then I will draw it tomorrow. I'm sorry, I've been a bit remiss in all the drawings and sending them, but that is coming to you, Alan. I promise everything will be coming to people. It's just quite a bit to go through. But no, those things I've already bought the stamps. I've already bought the stamps. Okay, and so they are going to go onto the front of a card with your address just to see if I can send you a postcard. But the problem was, I said that the stamps and the address needs to be on the same side, so it can't go down to a quarter of a playing card. That's just not possible. But that is very lovely of you to say. Aquasilis is looking forward to this weekend because they have a wedding, musical improv, a playtest challenge for 6 new games. Wow, awesome. That's quite a few new games. And sorry, I forget. Did you have anything more to say, Tom?
No, I've done. I've said everything I need to say.
Okay.
Alan Elton got a razor.
Okay, I tell you what, Tom. If I lower this so you can see the paper, right?
Okay.
Now it is upside down, and I'm going to set my timer. So where's my phone? I cannot find my phone. Maybe I was hoping for just the digital timing thing. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I'll put the 5 minutes on, and what I would like you to do, Tom, is to read out anything that Alan or Alex or... Okay, wait. No, I don't want... Okay, Tom and the cat. I was hoping for something more exciting than that, to be honest. But okay. I was going to suggest that if I'll set the timer as 5 minutes, and you can just shout extra instructions to me, Tom, if that makes sense, because you can see the comments as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me get these off. And I will put this down to make sure that it's squared up. Just remember the... Okay, now start. Okay, I've got my eyes closed. Okay, so it's Tom and a cat, correct?
Yeah. Only draw dots, apparently, according to Alan. I don't know
A what unicorn?
Only draw dots. Can you do it in only dots? Quantilism. God, that's a bit of a challenge.
Does Tom have glasses? I can't remember. No, I don't think Tom does.
I'm not entirely sure. Oh, you got off the paper a bit.
Oh.
That's a dangerous.
I think, so I've opened my eyes. I think what I'd like to do is to not use... I'll take a new sheet of paper, because...
Alan Elton is now demanding 5 unicorns.
I'm not going to accept stylistic, suggestions, only content suggestions. Okay.
5 unicorns. 5 of them. Yeah.
How many?
5. A unicorn per minute.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Liam deserves to be in a picture anyway. He just tried to bite me after I've been stroking him for a few minutes, which is because he's...
oh man, I forgot.
He's got problems with that cat. He did feel embarrassed about it afterwards, but... Now wants a unicorn sitting in a tree. Ooh, I can see a horn. Sitting in a tree, playing music.
And then unicorn free. Oh, I feel the paper here. I've not got much space.
Yeah. While a mermaid swims around the trunk of the tree.
It's a unicorn mermaid.
Trunk of
Okay.
the tree. So 5 unicorns in a tree playing music with a mermaid around the bottom. I assumed it was trunk, Helen. I'm not sure what a trunk of a tree would be.
This is not. I feel already. This is. Wait, did I?
It's got a horn.
Okay,
Must
so
be unicorn. I think someone's done a mass market party game thing about alternative names of like
Pegasus.
Chubby unicorns could refer to rhinos, which makes sense actually. They are chubby unicorns. Oh, you know the mermaid at the bottom of the tree? Apparently she has a harp accompanying the musical unicorns, presumably.
Okay, I'm moving on to unicorn number 4. I can't remember what song it's been.
Possibly. I can't see the whole paper, but I think you've got at least 3 unicorns there.
Okay, this unicorn has wings because I've not been. So it's a Pegasus unicorn.
The tree that they're sitting in.
No, this isn't sitting in a tree. This is a winged unicorn. You can have a tree for the 5th one. If you want a tree, you can have a tree for the 5th unicorn. How much time do I have left?
Oh, God, I have no idea. A bit lower down. 51 seconds.
Okay. Wow, 5 minutes is a lot. Okay, so we decided that this is a tree. Okay. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on around the tree? Is the unicorn climbing the tree? Okay, it's
the unicorns are sort of sitting in the tree playing music, and there's a mermaid at the bottom swimming around a tree. I can definitely see some unicorns there.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like I've probably totally decimated this sheet of paper. I'm just going to finish.
Oh, I made the 5 minutes.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, this was terrible. Okay, so let's...
I think Alan was a very demanding client.
Whoa. Okay, so this was the picture of Tom, in which I started with lines, and then I started doing dots everywhere for the eyes and the hair. And then I decided that I wasn't going to do any more drawing with dots because that leads to accidents, potentially. This is, wow, so this is something. This is definitely a thing that happened.
This is a number of unicorns in the vicinity of a tree.
So this was the first one.
One of which
I think, I don't, that's definitely meant to be a leg. I think that's, oh, that was meant to be its face, but like that whole bit was a bit too low, if you know what I mean. So it's like it's just dropped down a wee bit.
It's a deconstructed unicorn.
Wait, that was the did I only do 4 unicorns? I thought I did 5. Oh no, there's a tree, and that was meant to be the unicorn sitting in the tree, but it's this is the unicorn with a mermaid with a harp. Although my pen is...
Oh yeah, that mermaid, yes. I couldn't recognise it.
That's the flying unicorn, and that's the unicorn trying to climb a tree. Unicorn trying to climb a tree. Yeah, next time I think that I will maybe use a thinner pen, because at least then you can see all the terrible lines that I did. That's a fun thing. You know, that is the kind of thing that I would like to use channel points for. And because I know Miles Atkinson, you know Miles, who's currently working on the couple deck, which is going to be the one that I do, you know, at some point in the future, because right now there's going to be a while where Categorickell is the only one available for quite a while, and then it's going to be, okay, let's bring new things so people have a choice, so people can go for the old style or for the couple deck or for other things that still aren't being done. Anyway, Miles Atkinson does a Twitch thing, and yeah, if you gather enough channel points, basically by watching for so many hours, then you get to ask them to do crazy things, like draw for 2 minutes, whatever you want, with your eyes closed. And I thought maybe like gamifying like that, it would be like, okay, here's an exciting wee challenge, if you know what I mean. It's like, oh, someone's activated this challenge, you know. That's the thing that I really wanted the most out of going affiliate, because it just feels fun.
Yeah.
And I'm still not.
It looks like there's a lot
Pardon?
of gamey things you can do with Twitch. I think there's a lot of gamey things you can do with Twitch. I don't know much about that side of it, but I've watched a couple of things.
So, yeah. Thank you again. I'm looking forward to, I never actually said, did I? I might go outside for a moderate walk just to try and have some air breeze. Get out of this house for a wee bit. But yeah, I might even grab myself a wee snack. A birthday treat, if you will. Or chocolate. Or maybe, you know, my mom asked me this morning, are you going to buy yourself a cake? And I said no. Primarily because I know that if I bought a full-size cake, I'd end up eating it all on my own. But you can buy like smaller things. And again, you know, it's probably going to be sold in portions of 2, and I'm going to eat all 2 of them at once, let's be honest, because I give in to temptation very easily. But it's my birthday, so I'm going to go and get something. Maybe a pack of creme brulees, or maybe something else. We will see. And so I'm looking forward to that. And if you've enjoyed this, please share, spread the word. My next stream is tomorrow with Mark, who's talking about Tabletopia. I'm very excited to do that. Please come along, ask questions. And for now, there's only one thing left to do, which is to say bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. But now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is the goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye.
Bye.